as you can see, brand new keyboard. And today we are going to be doing a review on this keyboard, Aula, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. But let's get into it. So first thoughts on the keyboard. Obviously, it's gorgeous, beautiful RGB, beautiful RGB, and it's pink. By the way, if you can't tell, it's really hard to tell with the lighting and everything, but it is a gorgeous shade of many types of pink actually. It's a gradient, so it kind of goes up and gets lighter. Gorgeous, gorgeous keyboard, in my opinion. Although they do have other colors if you want. Okay, so their software is actually online. It's not really that big of a issue. Now I'm right into the software. First thing to actually pop up is literally just the keys. In my opinion, the software is kind of hard to maneuver, just in my opinion. Although I don't have a lot of experience with keyboard softwares or like any softwares in general. So first thing I notice is this keyboard up here. It obviously just tells you what keys they are. And down here you have a couple of buttons. So remap key, key combination, macro, and advanced. I'm pretty sure this remap key feature just allows you to change any type of key to the one you want. So like, say if I want to press R, I could probably change it to like something else. So yeah, that makes it actually pretty simple to reach the buttons over here. Key combination, I'm not actually sure what it does. Okay, so the macro slide, I think you can set it so if you press one button, it clicks a couple buttons for you, which is pretty cool, but I do not recommend trying it in a game. You know, it sounds pretty bannable. And I'm not actually sure what the advanced feature does. You know, this all looks pretty like confusing if I don't look it up. So the lighting tab, this is actually my favorite tab, obviously. But oh my god, it's actually gorgeous. You know, it's pretty simple to maneuver, not like the key map settings. So yeah, you can change what direction, and as you can tell, the keyboard actually changes direction almost instantly. That's some really good input. You can change the speed, you can change the brightness, but I do like it on slower speeds. It looks a lot better in my opinion. Now this is the part people are actually interested in. This is the travel tab, which, as you can probably tell, controls your actuation point for this price point. So impressive to have. And right here you can see a travel test. So as you start to press down your key, it'll let you know how far it's being pressed down, which is thanks to those magnetic switches that are inside of this keyboard. Not really sure what this tab does, but I think this kind of effectively acts as a controller dead zone would. So you know, obviously, if you have stick drift on your controller, you would set the dead zone higher so that it wouldn't move by itself. And I think this is what that is. So let me see. Let me just select all the keys over here. How much I have to go down on all the keys before it's actually gonna actuate on the travel test. So, I can press it down a bit, quite a bit, before it actually goes down. That's pretty cool. Next one we have switch, which I think is just if you switch your switches out for other ones that they sell, which also have the same technology. So obviously it's detecting my keyboard has the HM1 magnetic switches. Not really sure what that stands for, but you know, it's pretty cool. And then we have the polling rate, which is fire. And it offers up to 8,000 hertz polling rate, which is really, really good. You know, that's becoming the industry standard. And then we have calibration, which I'm not really sure what it does, but it just sounds like it kind of helps you with anything that you're having problems with. Okay, so on this tab, which is called the SOCD tab, I'm not really sure what it stands for. Okay, so it stands for simultaneous opposite cardinal direction. Okay, from what I just read, it's just kind of like if you press this key down, so the A key down more, then the D key, if you're pressing them both at the same time. Because as you know in games, when you press one key and press the other, it just kind of cancels out each other if they're like the complete opposite of an input, like up and down. So I think it's basically, from what I read, I'm pretty sure it's just if you press down one of those inputs further than the other one, it's just gonna favor that one over the one that's less pressed. And then we have the others tab. So this I really think is a smart feature. If you go ahead and press FN and Windows, that'll turn on window lock, which as you can see right here, just has different features such as disabling Windows key, disabling Shift plus Tab, disabling all these little shortcuts that kind of help you. If you're in a game, you don't actually like tab out of your game or anything like that. So yeah, I think it's a really cool feature. Okay, so now we're on to the part that you guys are probably here for, the sound test. Okay, so starting off with the normal keys, they're not too loud, but they do have some clickiness to them, so And now onto the thicker keys. What you all been waiting for. Very enjoyable experience. Now we're just going to do a small typing test. As you guys can see, I'm not the fastest typer ever, but it does sound absolutely gorgeous with those magnetic switches. Anyways, on to the gaming test. Okay, so just hopping in game. The switches obviously feel extremely fast. I barely touched that key. Oh my god! But as you can tell, if you guys are thinking about getting this keyboard to help your building, I think you should do it. Anyways, that is gonna end off the review for today. Let me know what you guys think, and also